Under the cold glow of the moon, a single tree swayed in the forgotten graveyard, its branches curling like fingers reaching for anyone foolish enough to walk beneath it. They say if you stand under that tree at midnight, you'll feel someone gently touch your hand, someone who shouldn't be there. The story begins with Mia, a young woman who believed in love more than fear, and Adrian, the boy she once kissed beneath that same tree years ago before tragedy tore them apart. The hook tightens as Mia returns to her hometown after years of running from memories she never healed from. She thinks the past is buried, but the past has been waiting for her, whispering her name through the wind that circles the graveyard. The night she wanders back under that twisted tree, she feels the same warm breath she once felt on her neck, the same soft pressure of fingers intertwining with hers, except Adrian has been dead for 3 years. Mia stepped out of the bus with the same uneasy feeling she had the night Adrian died. The town looked unchanged, quiet streets, flickering streetlights, and that familiar chill that always settled after sunset. She had promised herself she would never come back, but grief and unfinished memories pulled stronger than fear. As she walked toward her childhood home, her boots crunched over dried leaves, each step echoing loneliness she thought she had buried. Mia rushed back home breathless, her mind spinning. She slammed the door shut, leaning against it as if something might follow her in. Her heartbeat pounded louder than her thoughts. "I didn't imagine it," she whispered to herself. "I felt him." But logic fought her belief Adrian was dead. It was impossible. At midnight, Mia forced herself to walk back to the graveyard, her flashlight trembling in her hand. The moon hung low, silvering the gravestones like they were watching her. The tree stood ahead, its branches bending unnaturally as though bowing in her direction. The shadow behind her grew clearer, not a ghost, not a memory. Something caught between love and death. She felt the warmth of Adrian's presence, but the cold of the grave clung to it. The wind fell silent as Mia stood beneath the graveyard tree, her breath shallow, her heart trapped between past and present. Adrian's voice wrapped around her like a memory she couldn't escape, warm enough to make her tremble, cold enough to remind her he no longer belonged to the living. His shadowed form extended a hand, flickering, pleading, impossibly familiar. For one fragile moment, Mia imagined stepping forward, imagined the warmth of his lips, the passion they once shared, the love that made her feel seen in a world that only took from her. But as the branches tightened above her, she felt the truth. The tree wasn't giving her Adrian back. It was taking her for itself. She whispered, "I'll always love you," and stepped backward, not forward. Adrian's shape wavered, stretching as though something inside him cracked. The voice that once made her melt turned hollow, desperate. "Mia, don't leave me again." The branches lashed downward, but she ran, stumbling over gravestones, refusing to look back even as her name echoed behind her, echoed in Adrian's tone. Then in something older, deeper, hungry. When she finally reached her home, breathless and shaking, she slammed the door shut. But the air carried a soft whisper through the cracks, brushing her ear like a ghosted kiss. "Our story isn't finished. I didn't mean to leave you," Mia whispered shakily. "You died." What was I supposed to do? The shape stepped closer, its outline flickering like a dying flame. "I didn't die alone," the voice murmured. "I called for you." And the tree listened. Mia staggered back. The tree? It took my last wish, my last heartbeat. It kept me here, bound, because I couldn't let you go. The branches curled downward as if confirming the truth. The graveyard tree twisted, ancient, hungry, fed on sorrow, on longing, on love that refused to end. Adrian had become one of its echoes. He reached for her, a blend of warmth and chilling mist. "Stay with me. Don't leave again. We can finish our story." Mia felt his touch, real, desperate, loving, but beneath it pulsed something dark, something wanting. A choice formed in her chest: run and free herself, or stay and fall into eternal love with something no longer human. The tree groaned, the wind circled, and Adrian whispered, "Choose me." She stepped beneath it. "Adrian," she whispered, "if you're here, Please show me. The ground vibrated softly. Leaves rustled in a perfect circle around her feet. A cold breath touched her neck, but it felt familiar, gentle, tender, possessive. Then she heard it. A voice, faint, echoing, "Mia." Her breath hitched. She spun around but saw nothing but darkness. The voice came again, closer this time. "You came back to me." Her flashlight flickered out. Panic surged through her, but something warm brushed her cheek. A kiss, an impossible kiss pressed against her skin. The same slow, passionate way Adrian once kissed her when he wanted to say everything without words. "Adrian," she sobbed. "How are you here?" The branches above twisted into shapes almost like arms surrounding her. The shadows deepened, forming the outline of a figure standing behind her. "I waited," the voice whispered. "You promised you'd never leave me." Mia felt both fear and desire. She showered, hoping the warm water would calm her nerves. But when she stepped out, the mirror was fogged, except for one clear streak across the center, a fingertip trail. It traced a curve, then another, forming the shape of a heart. Mia stumbled back. Later, she walked into her bedroom and froze. Lying on her pillow was a rose dark red, fresh, the same type Adrian used to leave on her balcony before their midnight walks. She hadn't smelled that exact scent since he died. She touched the petals. They were warm. Suddenly her phone buzzed. A message from an unknown number. "I kept my promise, midnight, the tree." And Mia's stomach dropped. No one else knew about their secret. No one else called him A. Her fear mixed with longing, twisting into something dangerously hopeful. She whispered into the silence, "Adrian, what are you doing to me?" Inside the house, dust covered the shelves like the past refusing to be touched. Mia dropped her bag and saw a single object waiting on the kitchen table, an old photo of her and Adrian under the graveyard tree. She never brought that picture back with her. Her hands trembled. That night, she decided to walk to the graveyard, telling herself it was for closure. But as she approached the tree, something shifted like the air recognized her. The branches rustled, though there was no wind. She whispered, "Adrian." A soft warmth touched her palm, not wind, not imagination. A gentle squeeze, the way he used to hold her hand when he wanted to say, "I'm here." Mia froze, heart racing. Adrian was gone. Yet something beneath that tree knew her touch and responded. The intro unfolds as Mia tries to understand what she felt. She remembers their secret romance, how they used to sneak out after midnight, their hearts beating louder than the cicadas. Adrian was passionate, protective, and a little reckless, the kind of love that makes you feel alive even when everything else feels numb. They shared stolen kisses beneath that old graveyard tree, making promises they were too young to keep. When he died, Mia left town, believing time would heal what love had broken. But returning now, she feels a pull stronger than grief, like Adrian himself is calling her back. She begins finding signs she cannot explain. A wilted rose placed on her doorstep, her name carved fresh into the tree's bark, and a soft voice humming the tune he used to sing against her ear. The line between memory and haunting blurs as Mia realizes love doesn't always fade, sometimes it lingers, waiting for the living to return so it can finally speak.